Do you guys know where we're going?
Yeah, we're going to Acadia.
We're not going to Acadia. We're going to Mount Desert Island.
Mount Desert Island.
Do you know what we're getting?
They need
A new van. Yes, I'm in the vehicle. I am not driving. My daughter's driving. And I just wanted to share with you guys. I was just thinking as I was editing this video. Yes, I don't have much time, so I occasionally edit videos while somebody else is driving the vehicle, and that's what happened right now. We are going to go pick up the big van, and we're going to have a video coming out shortly once we get that, so that's super exciting. I just wanted to share with you guys that little miss Rejoice, my baby, she does not go with me much, and she knows that she doesn't because she gets really car sick. And it's really sad because I want to take her more often, and even just to our small town 30 minutes away. If I don't give her kids Dramamine, she'll just start throwing up, and she really feels awful. Even with the Dramamine, it's kind of like, it's just poor baby. Anyway, so a lot of times she has to stay home, and she doesn't mind staying home. I think she knows that she gets sick, and she doesn't want to. Like when I go to get in the car, she's like, "Bye, Mama." And it's the first baby that's ever, I mean, not that the first one that's ever gotten car sick, because quite a few of our children get car sick, but the first one that would prefer to be home because they know how sick they get car sick. So I just wanted to share that because she was really missing Mom, and now I'm gone again, and so hopefully we'll have a day together tomorrow, and that will be a blessing. So yeah, do you want to see our ride? I'll actually show you how like remote our roads are. I don't know if you can see behind, like there's like no. So when I say that we live like in the middle of nowhere, literally we would drive 2 hours on the road like this to get to the city that we go to. Like well, in the summertime they put like a porta potty out, but there's no bathroom from here to there. There's no gas station from here to there. It's like just this road like this. It's up and down, roundabout of driving. There's no actual highway by our house. You actually have to drive on this road to get the highway 2 hours. Look, cars. It can be pretty though. There's like rivers and all that type of stuff along the way. So we got it. I'm excited, but I'm super nervous to drive it home. I am so weird. When me and my husband first got together, I had only driven a car before, and I didn't grow up around a lot of vehicles because my mom never had a vehicle. So we went to church, but not church. We were Jehovah's Witnesses, and so we went with my aunt. So I wasn't around vehicles a lot. So I was kind of like nervous anyway, and I drove a car, and my husband, actually, something happened to my car. I got rear-ended, like really bad, and it totaled my car. And so he was like, let's buy a minivan. So we were just dating at the time, and I was like, okay, no, don't pull on that, please. And, we're waiting for my daughter to come out. She's driving our other van, and we are going on the potty, and you can tell it is going to be dark. I don't like driving in the dark, and I am nervous about driving vehicles. So we ended up buying a minivan from up the street from his mother's house, and I was so nervous to drive it home. I ended up just walking to his mom's because I had never driven like anything that I thought was big, and at that point I was like, a minivan is so big. I had like this little compact car, and it does look totally different. So here I am driving this beautiful 15 passenger. I'm super excited to take trips with the kids and stuff in this. Do you guys like it?
Yeah.
So we just have a couple kids with us today. We just have the younger kids except for Rejoice the baby.
Here's buttons for the light.
Okay, no, I want the lights off. So, our turn to go to the bathroom. I'll be back. Where are you? There. Are you in the van? In the new big van? I missed you. You guys like it?
Yeah.
What are you trying out? All the lights?
Kind of. I like all the lights. Turn it on.
So finally, after about 2 weeks and about $2,000, we have the van and it is legal to go on the road. That was a headache, but we are done. And we can drive this. We like literally just got it done. Yeah. So I am going to show you how I have it set up. I'm not sure if it's going to be the same this way like the whole time, but I'm thinking for now this seems like a good starting place as far as organization for this van. Now remember, we are using all these seats except for one when we bring everybody with us. So seats are full, so we don't have a lot of space to put things. One thing with the Ford Transits are there's not a lot of space. You can get like mid roof and high roof. This is a low roof. We went with low roof because that's what it was available, and that was what is I dare say affordable, because affordable I don't think is a word when you're talking about 15 passenger vans on a budget. Anyway, I'll show you what I have. Now I also have, let's see, 5 children in car seats. So I'll show you those as well. So this is a side view from the 2 doors, which is nice because we had 2 doors in the other one, but the other one was like stuck shut for the longest time, and it's nice to have all this space to actually get in here. So this is the pathway to get to the back, and then this is right here. So I have, I'll actually go in there. Right here is going to be the baby Rejoice because she is 2, but she also gets car sick. My other heavy car sick girl who is 9 will sit here. I also will have, I did not bring them out yet. I actually cleaned them and then didn't bring them out. I have some Easter baskets that are buckets, and I'm going to clip some buckets, I think, to the top here, just like I did there with that, but that is for trash, and in the state of Maine they don't have plastic bags, so we can't, like normally if you lived in a different state I would probably line that with just a plastic shopping type bag in here, so I'd just be able to like empty it out, but we don't have that, so I just have this where I could like take it off and dump it. Not too big of a deal. She will sit here. My daughter, who I'm sitting in the middle seat in between those two, my daughter, who is 22, will sit here. So this underneath her seat has diapers, wipes, and a bottle, an empty bottle. And then underneath, so you can see kind of how they are here. So in this tote here, I have an extra set of clothes for everyone who is 12 and under, so all my little girls. So it has underwear, pants, a shirt, what else? Leggings, and a dress. And that's for all of the children here. They all have those in there, and that is underneath this middle front seat. So underneath the next seat next to me are the 2 bins. One is the medicine type bin, which I'll share in detail, and then this one is the hairbrush stuff bin, and the 2 of these fit in between there. Those are the so these 2 shoebox size things will fit the same amount, same space as like the bigger container. So in one I have a hairbrush and hair ties for different ages, big and small. I also have a chapstick and a deodorant because, you know, people may need deodorant. And if they don't think they do, you can always just hand it to them. Okay, so I have cough drops in here. Basically, this is mainly like wound care. So I have a couple things of gauze. We have some allergy relief. An ace wrap. We take splinters out with like toenail clippers. Usually, if there was a bleed, cayenne pepper, this stops bleeding. And then we have, this is a lidocaine patch, some ibuprofen, which is adults, hydrocortisone cream, Neosporin, just regular Tylenol, and then children's ibuprofen. I need to put children's Tylenol in here as well, but I didn't have an extra pack that I could use that with. And then this is just various Band-Aids and some tape and some Tums. And then that's a cold pack. You just break it in half and it is cold. So these are going to go in the van. Size on those is the what are they called? I think they're like shoe boxes, like plastic shoe boxes. I got a whole stack of them and they were $10, $11, something like that. I think for 12 of them. Either that or they were 10 for $12. I don't know. I might have that reversed. Around $10 for the stack of those. So I got 2 for under there. And then currently we have nothing in between mine and my husband's seat if he's sitting up front. So I'm not quite sure how we're going to do this or how we're going to leave it. I think that probably the diaper bag. I'll probably put the diaper bag down in here, and that will have like sweet peas, insulin and stuff in it, because there is quite a bit of space and she doesn't need the leg room. So I'll probably put that stuff in there. But then I probably will leave this section open the best that I can, so that if I'm driving and I need to give insulin, then she can just walk up here. Not if I'm driving, but like I pulled over. Sometimes I have to pull over to the side of the road because there's no real stops. We live in the middle of nowhere, so sometimes I'm like literally pulled like in the dirt to give her insulin if she's really high or really low. And so she'd be able to come in between this space, in between the driver's seat and me. So I'd be able to give her insulin easier without having to get out and around and all that type of stuff. So I think we're going to try to keep that fairly empty in that space. But you know, like any space, it's best if you can like live in it for a little bit and then realize, oh, I think I need this here and I think I need this here. And that's what we plan on doing. But this is just the starts to get us started on some organization. Things that we always need are spare clothes, diapers and wipes, bottles, wound care if something happens, also like headache type stuff, and occasionally if we needed like a snack or something and we didn't pack a lunch, that type of stuff. So now I'm sitting in the seat that's kind of like this. Here would be the pathway here, and I put, so this will have my daughter who is 3, and then next to her will be my daughter who is 12. They do well together. And then I have 2 carriers. I love my ergo carriers. I have 2 ergo carriers on the back here, and you can also access those totes underneath the seats from the back portion here as well. I'm gonna grab out under this seat. Okay, it wasn't under that seat. Actually, I went under this seat, I think. Yes, it's under the seat. This is my, sorry, tight spaces, guys. This is my snack bin. I'll show you the whole thing in the house, but I would take this out and drag it along like this. I'll just show you. Drag it along like this to the edge here, and then we'd be able to undo both sides. And there's the snacks. So those are just extra if we're in a pickle type snacks. Normally we would pack bags and that type of stuff. And I think those things, as far as packed bags and stuff goes, will probably be in the front area or right here. Okay, so in this bin right here, this is like a snacky type bin. This has a bunch of individual bags that have nuts, and the nuts are like within the measurements of something that Sweet Pea could have, so they're a good size for any of them. And there is a bunch. There's enough probably for like 2, maybe 3 snacks. We also have this, which is 0 sugar Gatorade. It's a pack that you can mix in with water. Some of these, in case we are running late for like a meal, there is these weird things that I need to use up. This is all stuff that I had. I didn't buy it specifically for this. And then some other, this is for, we bought these for a different trip, but I just put the rest of them in here to use them up, and then I will refill them with other things as we get them. But little packets of either tuna or salmon that can be eaten right out of the bag. We had some raisins. Once these little raisins are used up, then I can just baggie any type of dry fruit and use the same thing in there. Some spoons to eat things. We have Skinny Pop. That's something that Sweet Pea can have, because if I went in a store or something and bought some chips that she couldn't have, then there would be this for her. And then there would be these two here, Quest bars, for she is with me a lot, so I need to make sure I have snacks for her. And then a single juice box, because if she starts to dip low, then we need a juice box. And then I have some cheese crackers, random granola bars, that type of stuff. So mainly if we were bringing everyone, I wouldn't be depending on this box. This box is more like if we were out and in a pickle, to have something, especially something that I might not be able to get for Sweet Pea because of the diabetes. We can't always get the things that you want to get just at a regular convenience store. So that we would definitely have something if we got in a pickle. So this is kind of like in a pickle, snack food, get us through until we get home type box. You have to remember also, we live 2 hours from any main store. So if we, or doctors or anything like that, so most of the time our trips are 2 hours. So sometimes if we planned maybe to eat like a lunch and we packed a lunch, we might not have enough if we ended up running the appointments over and being dinner time as well. We try to avoid that, but it can happen. So this is just kind of like the emergency box. Now where I'm actually going to put groceries is totally beyond me. I think that they'll just have to be like in all the pathways, and then we'll have to dig people out as we have groceries. If you guys have a large van and go big grocery shopping and have great ideas, I would love to hear those. All right, I'm gonna sit in the back. I'm not gonna sit in the back because there was a car seat there. Now I'll sit in the back. Okay, so now I'm in the back. I'm gonna show you the rest of the seats. Okay, so I was just sitting here in that seat. That's the front row with all the stuff underneath it. That's where I just showed you, where the snacks underneath it. Here's another car seat. That's for Sweet Pea. And then my 19-year-old will sit here. Oh, I didn't say. My 17-year-old son, the boys will get these seats. So 17-year-old son gets there, and then my 14-year-old son gets there. And then I'm sitting where my... I'll move it a little bit. Where my daughter wanted to sit, who is 8. Then we will have 21-year-old over there, and then now where I'm sitting on the complete opposite side will be where my 15-year-old. So there will be one left seat, and it will be like right here. I let her choose if she wanted to be here or here, like right in between these two seats, and then there's one seat after that. If we are blessed and are able to bring our baby home, then we will rearrange so the baby would be up front. But for now, this is where we are at and what we have for seats. I don't know. It's weird. It feels more spacious, like when you sit down, there's like lots of seats to be able to sit in our other van. It was very crowded. People had to sit very close together and sit like inappropriately, like side saddle, like on seats and stuff, in order to get everyone in there. But in here, there's lots of seats and lots of room in the seats. I think that it's just hard because I'm trying to like mentally prepare like how like grocery shopping would look, and I don't know. I'll just have to figure that out and go to the grocery store and do a big shop and see what that looks like, and maybe not bring anyone, or bring lots of people so I can see how that actually looks. Anyway, this is the back area. I'm gonna show you the other side. This is the back area. As you can see, there is negative space in there. But I bought this. Okay, I'll show you. Oh, this one can go open too. Let it go too soon. So we have this stroller slash wagon, which is, I do not know why this stayed in here. Which is a, oh, I'm trying to think of the name of it, radio glider maybe? I had gotten it before. We thought we were going to be going to Disney before my son passed away. I had gotten it thinking that that would be very compact to take into parks and that type of stuff. So I can fit 2 to possibly 4 people. I need to find, it comes with, these things pop up, and it's actually like a canopy that would go over top of it. I'll show it to you at another point on like one of our hikes or something like that. But that one will fit in there. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm thinking I might throw an umbrella stroller in there as well. I don't know. My like favorite strollers won't fit in, but this will. So I guess I'm okay with that for now. So that's just the back of the van. Not much space. Yeah. Anyhow. All in all, I'm happy. I'm happy with the fact that we have a van and it's newer. And I was like super excited when we were first getting it. And then like the headache of everything has just been like really overwhelming with the amount of headache we had to go through in order to get this. But let me take you around. But it's done, right? So we have a reliable source of transportation. We have the payment for that, but we have a reliable source of transportation. And yeah, that's what really counted, especially with all the health issues going on with the baby that I'm carrying and with Sweet Pea. And I have another daughter who has lupus. And so with all those things, we really needed a source of reliable transportation. Another thing that's an issue is the hospital doesn't allow like younger kids into like the ultrasound or whatever. I shared that before. And we needed someplace for people. Lila! We needed someplace for little kids to be with. Like, for instance, Sweet Pea, I don't like her too far away from me. Because if there's any issue, I like to be like within distance, right? But we'd be able to like have maybe like an iPad or a podcast or something like that, and then I could run in someplace. So that would be a blessing if we can do that. And plus, we really want to spend a lot of time together as a family, just enjoying the next couple months, Lord willing, that we have together before the baby comes, because we don't know what that's going to look like, and we just want to spend time together. Yeah. So, oh, the trucks today, goodness. So that's about it. That is our new van. Pretty excited about it. We were hoping to maybe trade the truck, so we wouldn't have, because we have a truck payment, so we wouldn't have a truck payment. And I don't think that's going to work out. But the Lord knows what he's doing, and just taking it one day at a time and figuring out the rest. Anyway, I hope you all have a blessed and wonderful day. It's kind of funny because the dog is going crazy because there is a line worker that is putting in, so my husband works for Spectrum, which is a big like internet type company. I think it's nationwide, but it's really big. And so this other company decided that they got lines in the town or whatever, so they're allowed to put lines in our town. And so it's this other company, and they are putting lines up in the town that we are in, and they like literally just got permission, so they've been doing whatever. And the dog is going crazy. It's kind of funny. It's kind of like comical, like, yes, we don't want you here. Not really. I just want my husband to have a job. They can do whatever they want, and hopefully his company provides good enough service that they are okay and don't have really big issues with competition and that type of stuff. I find that just to give like, I don't know, a praise about spectrum is they are really good to their employees. And we have actually never had a company that's really good to their employees. They encourage their employees. They encourage their employees to like get better and make more money and like go the next level up. They try to always hire within the company before they would hire like somebody from the outside. So those are really good things. They have really high, I don't want to say morals, but maybe it is morals for like families and children. Like as soon as like the day that Sweet Pea got really sick, my husband called. He was in the middle of a job and he's like, and his boss was like, just go ahead and leave and I'll get somebody over there. And there's not a lot of companies that are like that. And so for that, I really am super thankful and super grateful. They have like good health insurance and like they recommended like right away that my husband talked to HR about like Sweet Pea's type 1 so that if there was ever an issue, like he would be covered. They recommended it to him. He didn't have to go and like seek these different things out. And I really appreciate that. I mean, we don't have a lot of companies in the United States anymore that are really like solid. And for that, I am super thankful. I mean, it's a job, right? Like, so there's goods and there's bads about like every job that there is. But I just wanted to say that just because I decided to go on a ramble about where my husband works, because I'm really happy. He's worked at many different jobs that have not been that way. And we've actually seen it, and I don't know if it's just in our area or what, but we've seen it actually with other employees as well. Somebody recently was diagnosed with cancer and they were very good. They were very good about like helping him. Okay, you need to go fill out this paperwork and that type of stuff, rather than like doing things like begrudgingly, I want to say. And they give people a chance. There was a guy that was working that wasn't like a really good worker, and they gave him a chance, and they told him specifically what they wanted to see changed. And that's really nice. Like it's few and far between that a company does that anymore. So I am very thankful for that. And I know that everyone can get irritated with like phone and, you know, companies and internet companies and that type of stuff, because it's a part of life. Like it's great when it works, but then when it doesn't, it's like, oh, you want it fixed right then. And I know people can get irritated with any company really, but I do find that their foundation is good. Also, when I have called about my own issues, called in, I have always been able to speak to somebody that understood the problem and that I could understand back. And so that was good. I mean, just from like a customer standpoint, that's really good. She is going off. She's running a little high today. I gotta check her. Okay, so let's do a little breakdown. I know a lot of people want to know more about like financial situations and that type of stuff. We would have loved to buy a van outright. That would have been like a dream to be able to do, but we were not saving for that. We have always been on a budget, so we looked at different things and we looked around and we looked at interest rates. And so we actually own our home, and if we wanted to, we could remortgage our house and then put like the van payment as like house payment, right? Like, but the interest rates actually on a mortgage would have been higher than us having the van payment. So that didn't seem a very practical cause. Actually, they were about the same, I have to say, because it was like 6.99 and then like 7.5 or something like that. So very similar. And we would have had to come up with different payments, like you have to pay for the appraisal and all those types of things. So we decided not to do that. We also were looking at the other debts that we do have. We do have a truck payment and a tractor payment, and we were looking at those debts and seeing maybe if we like bundled them all together. But honestly, the truck payment and the tractor payment, we are at like 3.75. So you can't even, it would be silly to do that. So for us, it made more sense to just go ahead and get a loan out. Now, that means that we'll definitely have higher monthly payments because I'm not stretching out a van payment for 30 years, right? But in the same instance, it means that in 5 years, everything will get paid off and everything will be done with. And we'll have this van for a long time. It's actually a 2019 Ford Transit. And I was surprised. I didn't know how it worked because it was kind of a private sale. We went through a school that was selling it, and I wasn't quite sure as far as, you know, like if you go to a car dealership, they'll give you like gap insurance, but also you can get other insurances. Well, our bank also offered the same type of coverage like you would have. So we have coverage basically for 5 years for anything that is like a big issue, not like normal wear and tear. So that will be a blessing. If anything does go wrong, we don't have to. So I guess in my mind, like, we don't have to think about it while we're paying for it, is what I'm trying to say. We have 3 years, give or take, left on the truck as well as the tractor. We knew we needed the tractor. We bought the tractor because we needed a tractor or a farm. And we really like, it's a TYM tractor, and we've been happy with it so far. So instead of having a mortgage, we have vehicle payments. And for me, in this season, that's okay for right now. Are they in a fence? Are they in a fence? Or what? The sheep. I got free. So, the sheep are out. Anyway, the sheep are out. They're so docile. They're like, oh look, there's some grass right here. I'm just gonna sit here and eat this grass right here. The girls are going over there and getting them. They're so sweet. Anyway, so that is our story of the van. I can't wait to go on adventures. Sorry for yawning in your face. I can't wait to go on adventures and take you guys along on those adventures and not be scared of breaking down. So, hope y'all have a great day.